We're live. What's up, party people? How we doing? How are we doing tonight? What is this? I need that. Okay. The rest of this is crap. I don't want to. If I put it on the chair, I'll lose it. What time is it? 8:55? Alright. So where are we? Hey Barb, how you doing? I need to put this somewhere where I can see it. Alright. Put Frank where he belongs. I think, let's check. What's Frank looking at? Yeah, that's about right. I'm doing okay. Doing alright. Glad to be back down here. Huh. I like Frank, but Frank is not nearly powerful enough. Oh. Alright, let's... What have we got going on? I don't know. Get some rings out here. It looks awesome. Thank you. It's coming along. I'm not convinced that I've done it correctly, but I think in order to get the detail I wanted, I'm gonna need to probably expand it out a lot more. But yeah, it's coming along. Let's use the new pliers. Let's get these. Let's get used to these for a little bit. Right. So we are working on this Raiders flag tonight, in the hopes that we can make something of it. I don't know. We'll see. Something's not connected right over here. What's jumping? This ring. Jump the ring here. Happens a lot. You gotta weave each ring through so many others. You're bound to miss a few. Hi Kevin, how you doing? Yeah. No, these are new pliers I got for Christmas. I don't even know what brand they are. They came unwrapped. Sure. I don't see a maker's mark on them of any kind. So, I have not done anything with them yet. You know? I think you know, you look at stuff 100,000 times and step away from it for a minute, come back to it and realize you gotta make adjustments. Looking at stuff with fresh eyes, it can really be helpful. Alright, I take no responsibility for the music being played. Pretzel Rock is supposed to put in the comment section what the song is, but I haven't noticed it doing that. Yeah, so this goes over a lot. The eye patch on this side goes over a lot farther than the eyebrow, right? Marvelous. So I posted a meme the other day, a joke, if you will, in a group, and it was really funny because like a ton of people, you know, enjoyed it, a bunch, but there was the ever-present unhappy few who decided to take issue with the meme itself. And it's just like, you people got to be fun at parties, man. Like, you were just trying to have a bad time here. The mental gymnastics it took to take offense to this was just astonishing. It's like, I try not... If I see something funny, I laugh. If it's not funny, I don't demoralize. There's a ton of stuff that I don't find funny on the internet, but I don't sit there and, you know, preach to the individual who posted it about whatever I feel like getting offended about that day. And, you know, there's no getting away from them either. They're everywhere. Like, it was a joke about kilts. Barely family friendly. Anyway. It's just weird. Like, the way people choose to react to something. It is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. Nothing I want to do about it. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Sorry to my friend who is getting this from me. I'm getting boogers on your inlay. I'll wash it before I send it to you. Here's a chainmail inlay I spent hours on for you. Have some COVID. Have my COVID germs. Gosh. Does chainmail spread the cold? I'm sure it does. I'll probably have to wipe this down now. Wish more folks not feel like they need to be keyboard warriors. Yeah, that wouldn't. That's the problem with social media, is everybody feels like they have a voice and that what they have to say is valuable when it's not valuable. Try to go back to a first time ever E4-1 on the bias. You'll be dipped if you can pick up where you left off. You might have to tear it over and start again. Okay, fair enough. I mean, sometimes fresh eyes aren't as beneficial as you would hope. You saw it. I don't know if you saw it, Barb. I mean, I'm sure a bunch of the stuff I post, people comment, like, how they got offended over it. But this was, like, a bunch of people really enjoyed it, and then there were, like, these 6 people that were, you know, oh my gosh, what did you just say? Some folks just have to get offended, you know. It is what it is. Where am I don't even know. I don't even have the right color ring here. We'll put it right here. Always a spot for, you know, for whatever color we pick up. Doesn't matter, right? Be right back. You thought you saw it, or somebody else posted something similar? I'm sure that there are examples of people getting upset over the most nonsensical things all over the internet. I just thought it was funny. Like, in the rare case, right, I just unfollow someone or snooze them for 30 days, right? I rarely block people. If they continuously post, like, gross things, like, I don't find everything funny, but, you know, if they do, whatever, their sense of humor isn't going to hurt me through the internet. I'm just not going to, like, go out of my way to preach to them how their humor is bad. I generally don't care what people laugh at, right? You know, generally when you're laughing at something, you're not murdering people, so I'll take what I can get. You laughed way too hard at the monster dad under the bed. Yeah, that one was pretty funny. I mean, the internet's great for quality content. There's plenty of non-offensive stuff out there to laugh at. It is what it is. Well, it's not my group. I mean, I'm in that group, but I am not like the creator or the admin or anyone of importance in that group, so I need to take both of those out, actually. Alright, either this is gonna work or I'm gonna have to like tear it all apart and actually do the gridding out of the Raiders flag and figure out where all these rings go, right? Hopefully that won't happen. Hopefully I can finagle this so that we get a decent looking Raiders flag out of it. I'm hoping. That is not... What am I even doing here? I don't even know what I'm doing here. There. That's where the missing ring was. That's the one we're replacing. There you go. So how are you, Tyrell? I haven't seen you in a hot minute, buddy. Lots of people get offended by stupid shit when it's just much easier to keep scrolling. Yeah, like, I don't have the time to sit there and, you know, malign somebody because I didn't like their joke. Like, I'm only here on this earth for a limited number of time, or limited amount of time. I have more important things to do. I don't care. Laugh at whatever you want. You have my permission. Like, it's just not, okay. Like, of all the battles in the world to have, it's just not the hill I'm gonna die on. You know what I mean? Like, where do these people get their free time from? I I got completely overloaded at work. We're swamped right now. Another company, they didn't, they stopped providing some of their services, and so we have these patients that are half under this company for one service and then half under our company for another service, and I don't know which is which yet. Like, what is the old company still providing for these patients? You're awesome, just in awe of my creations. Well, thank you. Excuse me. I make chainmail, and it's fairly easy. Also, I've been doing it for the better part of 24 years, and so it may look easier than it actually is, but it's not hard. It's largely opening and closing rings and putting them into a pattern of your choosing. That's the gist of it, and you can get really fancy with it, and you can do super simple stuff, like the chainmail wine bottle holster that I just got done doing. That required some creativity. But I think that once the leather work is done on it, it'll be pretty good to go. Alright, I gotta figure out, because there's a spot in here where like it almost lines up with that. But thank you. There are a lot of people who do some really awesome chainmail work out there, and you know, geometric repetition, yeah. I certainly am not the best chainmail artist in the world. I am just a chainmail artist. There are plenty of people who are way better at this than me, who have been doing it longer, and there are people who are better at this than me who haven't been doing it nearly as long as I have. I have a body of work that I've done, I think that is, what do you call it? It's like all that, you know, I've done that. It's like having a resume, right? Like, my resume is just impressive because I've been doing this for a long time. Not necessarily because what I've been doing is, you know, mind-blowing or anything. There's a lot of stuff out there that I've been super impressed by. JLM is a goddess. She's good. She's definitely good. Definitely pushes the line of creative inspiration on the daily. Right? There's a handful of people out there that I'm quite impressed by. Oh, thank you, Barb. Building more half-pertinent titanium rubies for your collar piece? Cool, cool. Alright. So, slammed at work, trying to figure out what's going on with which patients and which patient needs what and whatnot. So, we're getting a bit overloaded. Because there's In southeastern Wisconsin, where I'm at, there's only 2 nurses right now. So it doesn't bode well for the rest of this week. I'm going to be pretty busy, which is good. Because once you get someone admitted to the system and then on your schedule, right, you can go see them, you know, largely at your leisure. It's just that initial push to get everybody onboarded into our system that is problematic. So hopefully we'll get it all done this week, and next week will calm down. Thank you for the like, Sarah. How are you doing tonight? You still have a Tommy Hilfiger fleece I sold you in high school? For $50? Hi, Sarah. How are you? I'm not sure I recall that transaction. But if you say it was me, I'll believe you. That's funny, dude. You remember me selling you a fleece in high school. Come on here. There we go. Yeah, no, I'm trying to recall selling a fleece, but nothing's coming to me. Maybe if I saw the fleece. Be like, oh yeah, that was my favorite Tommy Hilfiger fleece. Because it would be like the only Tommy Hilfiger fleece I would have ever owned. Like, I don't even know why I had it. You're doing well? Good. You found it in the locker room or something? I basically stole it. Wow. And you bought stolen goods, huh? Doesn't it make you an accessory? Found it in the locker room. Yeah, that's probably true. Was it your fleece and then did I sell it to you for $50 in order to shake you down for lunch money or something? You just made some Persephone, want to see what I was making? Oh, thanks for coming to hang out. We are making a Raiders flag for a friend of mine that I promised him many, many years ago and never finished because I didn't have the resources at the time that I would need to finish it the way I wanted to, and then it sat and sat and sat, and I got distracted by a ton of other projects, and now that I am back, like, actively working on Chainmail daily, right, trying to finish up some old projects before I order any new rings. This is one of the larger ones. No, you were just jealous of it? I feel like I took your money. Like I made $50 off you for something I would have like given. I should have just probably given it to you. Now I feel bad. God. Well, I hope you enjoy your fleece and that it lasts you a long time. If you paid $50 for it and you still have it and it's still a good fleece, that's probably $50 well spent. I'm just, no matter who you bought it from or how they acquired it. Probably have to come back around and smooth these edges over. They're a little bit more rounded than I have them right now, but right here and there. Interesting. I mean, it's okay. No, that needs to be black. While we're noticing, let's fix it. There we go. Okay, I think that's better. It's just kind of a randomly hanging ring here. I don't know how it ended up that way. Okay. Oh, I see. I see where I had it. I think it goes right here. Alright. I think that's close enough. Because we're still going out from that eye patch. We may have to make the eye patch a little bit wider. Because it is wider than the eyebrow. Alright. The number of times I was watching myself redoing, I was watching myself stream, right? But I was watching a recording. There we go. And the number of times I say alright or like in a stream is unbearably high. Right? It's one of those, you kind of gotta figure out what you do during a stream so that you're not insanely annoying to your audience. And me saying those things, I don't know if it drives you crazy, but it was driving me crazy. Alright. There I go again. I just said it again. You sent me a pic? Okay. Alright, I don't know. That's funny that you have that. I think I remember that fleece. I don't remember owning it. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I stole it from a locker room and sold it to you, like you say. Probably did. I wasn't an angel as a child. $60 plus shipping. That is a deal right there. That's vintage. That's the wrong ring. Okay. So here, one of the things I attempted to do in order to get a color gradient, right, between the helmet and the face, kind of how it's pictured here, right? The face is a lot wider than the darker gray of the helmet. I use bright aluminum and like regular aluminum, right? Which I didn't realize was like clean aluminum and dirty aluminum is basically the difference. So now I'm going to take my dirty aluminum rings and use them for the helmet. It kind of works, right? Like, you probably can't tell too well on this camera. I mean, I can see it on my screen a little bit, right? But then I also can't tell how much of that is like lighting or what. I don't know if they make anodized gray aluminum rings, but I think that's a better option more than likely than, say, using bright aluminum and dirty aluminum. What's going on here? Oh, there I go again, using the wrong. I used the clean aluminum for that ring. Can't do that. Will I lose the tone? Yeah, if I tumbled it, maybe. I think if I just rinse it in some soapy water, I think it'll be fine. That's a good question, though. I don't know. We'll find out. Two. Why does your projects take so long, Sean? I don't know, because I just grabbed the wrong ring color 3 times in a row. And really, and also because I keep taking rings out and kind of adjusting as I go along. Four years from now, when we finish this project on stream, you know, it'll feel like it has gone quickly. I don't know if Tyrell's still watching, but I think it's funny he came in and mentioned something from high school, you know. Kind of, like, I by no means am any kind of streaming personality, right? I'm no one special. Anyone can do what I'm doing. And so it's nice to have you all here to hang out with me, right? But, you know, even with the small audience that I do manage to garner, right? It's kind of grounding when someone from high school pops in to say hi. And, like, not someone you've necessarily kept in touch with over the years. Tyrell's a good dude. I think we were in choir together. Let's just hope we don't get any of my high school girlfriends in here, or my teachers. That'd be funny. Not for me, right? But, you know, it's something we would be able to laugh at later. Together, of course. Once I heal and can laugh at it again. Is that code for acquiring? Code for acquiring, like, lifting? I don't know what you mean. Is what code for acquiring? Speaking of streaming, right, like, I had someone contact me who was saying that they didn't want to stream at the same time as me. Like, because we have some of the same mutual friends. And I'm like, there's 7 billion people in the world. You only remember one girlfriend? Yeah, she was probably my only girlfriend in high school. I don't know, there may have been others. From high school, right? Like, I wasn't always dating just people at school. But yeah, she probably does not want to see me at all. Just, you know. Choir, like choir class, when you sing in choir, in a choir, like the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. That is the type of choir. Sorry, fleecing fleeces, yes. Alright. Oh, I see. Okay. There's a sword that comes out here, which is why I didn't fill it in earlier. I was trying to figure out, like, why I hadn't made this part, but now that I'm looking at it, it bulges out. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Right, the helmet comes out a little bit to go around the guy's ears, and a sword goes right in there, so I have to figure that out. So I need to probably stop what I'm doing, and there's probably like a blade in here that I need to add. Excuse me. All right, so we'll. Yes, you got the music class being vocal was just an interesting play on words from the. Alright. Since you correctly remember the girlfriend's name, we can go ahead and assume your version of events is accurate. Sean's a thief. It's actually not. Hang on. Let's see here. Yeah. Your name is incorrect. Just FYI before you go. Before you go on about how accurate your reporting there is. Alright. Alright. Let's see here. Let's get a good look. Kind of looks like something, right? I think the eye patch needs to be a bit longer. In fact, looking at it from this angle, change that out too. So someone was they asked me, or they told me that they didn't want to stream at the same time I was streaming. I was like, just because we have some mutual friends, like you know, if the people who watch me go and watch you, right, I'm not going to be upset about it, right? My only concern is that people find out about Chainmail and that they can make it themselves and get more people involved, right? That is a secondary benefit of me streaming. It's not like, it's not why I stream, but it's a nice, hopefully, you know, it's a nice thing, right? Like, I don't do this for massive amounts of views or, you know, to have a bunch of fans. That would be nice if that happens, right? But this is all to create content for my website. So it's like, if there are additional benefits to it, that's great. And someone else beginning to stream because I inspire them to do so is great. That's a nice side benefit, and they are more than welcome. Anyone is more than welcome to stream. While I am streaming, please don't let me stop you. Please get out there and do it. You know, even if that means that, like, if all of you went and started streaming on your own and I was left, you know, just to talk to myself, that's fine, right? But the more eyes we can get on people making chainmail and, like, the stuff you can do with chainmail, because that's really the thing, right? People know, like, necklaces and bracelets, right? But how many people outside the chainmail community have seen a Jello cube or a juggling ball or I don't know what else? You know what I mean? That thing's going to be huge, probably faster once you get all the black. Yeah. Like, once I get out of the design part, yeah, and into just finishing up the black all the way around, that'll go pretty quick then. It's not, I think the other inlay is bigger. The other one I left sitting for 10 years. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully we will find out how big this is. Hopefully this is successful and it works and I'm able to make a good looking Raiders flag. Right? And we'll figure out how big it is, because I did this first portion, the helmet and above, fairly quickly. It just hasn't been worked on in 10 years, and so if it's a nice big inlay, hopefully my friend won't be mad at me for not getting it done for him, you know, back in 2006 when I think I was supposed to have it done. And the fact, you know, it also is kind of irritating that I only get an opportunity to work on it about an hour a night. As I found out, you know, doing this every night is just not going to be an option. I do have to stop and complete social obligations and family things. So that'll delay it a little bit, but I'm not too worried. We'll get there one day. It's another thing too, right? Is this project? What'd I drop? That sounded expensive. Oh yeah. This project, this wine bottle holster, took me like 15 hours, and I'm probably gonna have another 5 hours of leather work in it. And so, like, doing this, I hope people realize how long it takes to complete some of this stuff, so that when they go to a Renaissance festival or when they see someone's booth set up somewhere, you know, they don't balk at the price. And they can identify, you know, well-made stuff, hopefully. Tis but a dream. I like where that ends, but I think I need to extend it by one ring. And this idea, right, that I mentioned earlier about people being concerned that they're gonna steal viewers from me or something, right? I appreciate the sentiment, right? But it kind of runs in line with some mailers' fears about other people stealing their work and then making millions of dollars off of it, right? It's like, yeah, chainmail's pretty unique and not a lot of people do it. You know, so I definitely want artists to get credit where credit is due. But also realize that you could take someone's design and spend the rest of your life making it, and you're probably not going to hand make $1 million worth of chainmail goods out of it. Right? Like, it's just not going to happen. Now, if someone were to take an artist's design and then mass manufacture it, okay, yeah. I could see being concerned about that. Right? But, you know, individual chainmail makers aren't... excuse me. We're not... machines. We can't weave 12 hours a day, you know, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, or 24 hours a day, whatever. And we gotta sleep, and we have social obligations and stuff like that, and like, it's not a concern of mine. And I'm the closest to having done anything relatively chainmail themed that's mass produced, right? Weave in one ring, take it right back out, because you put it in the wrong place, or you put it in the wrong color. That's the best. Really makes my day when I do that. Oh yeah, man. Holy crap, time flies when you're having fun, man, I tell you what. Leave it like that for a minute. Yeah, about right there. I personally think that, you know, the more I share of this hobby, the more that information about it that I can give away, right? The better off the chainmail community is as a whole. So I am not one to protect a design or anything as far as chainmail is concerned. So I mean, I don't get it. I don't get the concern. Stream whenever you want. Copy anything of mine that's related to chainmail specifically. My print designs are another story. But even that, I think that helps the chainmail community. I love wearing, you know, all my chainmail themed stuff around. I don't know. I think it helps. You know, everybody likes a little swag. Alright. It's almost kind of starting to look like a face of some kind. It's not perfect, but... You want to look? And we need to probably clean that strap up a little bit. Trying to figure out how many rings, right? Because while it kind of looks correct, we'll have to make adjustments in the end. I think I can get it without having to do a whole bunch of labor-intensive prep work that I should have done years ago. I think. Alright. Worst case scenario, right? Like I made the face too big and I'll have to resize the helmet. We'll see. I'm just happy that after this project's sitting here for so long, right, that it's getting some work done and that I can sit down here and do this. I have a space set up for everything. I need to get my supplies, my rings in order, but you know, because that is leading to a big mess actually. So, need to organize those and finish up some projects, and that'll clear up a lot of space around here for new fun things like a welder. I think that's going to be my next purchase. After a camera. Couple cameras. I think that would be fun. It's like I'd buy a ringinator, you know, if I had the money and or the desire to make my own rings. I know some of you guys do, but that's not. I just don't think it's in the cards for me. You know. What kind of welder? There's one on, someone mentioned the other day. It's like a $190 off Amazon. It's a little spot welder. If TRL still had their setup running, I would get that one, but I don't think they're gonna add it back. It's one of those things that's like, I don't need it, but it'd be fun to have. And like a tumbler, it's one of those things I should have bought years ago, you know? You have one like TRL for 200 bucks off Amazon. Did you just recently get it? Because someone was talking about it, and that's where I was even introduced to the fact that they were as cheap as they were. So, yeah, probably one similar to that, or probably that same one. Just because I'm going to have space for it, and, you know, it'd be a nice little addition to the workspace down here. Oh, I have no desire to get complicated about it. No gas shields, or just, you know, some stainless and some sterling, and that'll probably be it. July 300 watt sparkle yellow box mini TIG comes available in July, or that's what you're getting in July. Because who doesn't need a welder? I think everyone should have a welder or access to one, right? Like, the essential tools for making stuff, right? Like, you know, chop saw, lineman saw, not lineman saw, I think lineman's pliers. Miter saw, table saw, right? Skill saw, jigsaw, some horses to make a table randomly, wherever you're setting up. Set of screwdrivers, socket set, right? Like, you need a welder to go along with all that stuff. I dropped the ring, and it was open, so I'm probably gonna step on it. I'll have to find it later. All right. You know, forge and anvil, right? All the basic stuffs of any shop. Oh, you got yours in July? Okay. Yeah. Something that... It's definitely something I should have access to. I'm gonna have to buy it myself, though. Yeah. I don't know, wait. Let's get a good... So, like... Kind of like right here, I think. I put these black rings for the part of the eye. I'm gonna have to set up a new workspace for all that carpentry and blacksmithing stuff, though, because we got a 10 by 12 shed put in the backyard, and so all the stuff that was in the garage went into the backyard, and now the garage floor is sealed, and so that pretty much nixes it for doing any major projects in there. So gonna have to figure out something else. Put a lean-to kind of thing up against the 10 by 12 shed and just keep everything stored in the shed, which is a disaster right now because I just it was a cold day when we emptied out the garage, and I wanted to get it done, and we got everything thrown in there. So that was nice. It's just, it's a mess. It's not going to be fun. I'll figure out something. Got to get all the tools first, though, for it to even matter. Right, finish up this row right here. And then I tell you what, we're going to be signing off for the evening. And a long day of work tomorrow. Hopefully it won't be too bad, but you never know until you get to the patient's house, like how they live and stuff. Can be scary. Alright. How's it looking? What do you think? I'm trying to put this up. It's not working. It's kind of something. You know? I think his eyebrows hooked a little bit too much. It's kind of looks like he's got a raise right now. A little cartoonish. And I think one more row on this eye patch over here. Bring it out some more. We'll get there. We're getting there. I think it looks good so far. It's a good start. So everyone, thank you very much for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. Alright, I will be back on tomorrow night, or at the latest on Wednesday. And so if I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you on Wednesday. Alright, thank you very much for just chilling with me here for a little bit. You guys are the best, and I will talk to you all later on.